Welcome everybody to my Forged in the Barrens set review / reaction. I haven't looked at a lot of these cards, so I do not know the ins and outs. I don't know how good or bad these things are really going to be, because I'm going to be looking at these cards, a lot of them, for the first time. I have seen some of them, obviously. I watched like the card reveal streams a little bit, but I have not been like deep diving into all of the possibilities and theorizing decks and everything. I'm going to kind of wait until the set really comes out, but I just kind of want to look at all the cards now that we have them all in one convenient location, aka playhearthstone.com. So let's go ahead and just jump in. We'll start with Demon Hunter, and we'll try to get through all of these cards without taking a million years. Let's see how this all looks. Yep, I like that. Whoops, nope, don't like that. There we go. All right. Move you off here just a touch. All right, here we go. So, starting with Demon Hunter, we've got the Razor Boar. Razor Boar is a 2-mana 2/2. Death Rattle, summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 3 or less from your hand. So you already have to have drawn this said Death Rattle. Iggy, come over here, dude. You already have to have this Death Rattle in your hand, meaning it's not as powerful as things like Recruit, where you just yank it from your deck. It's like drawing and playing a card all in one go. It's not quite that level, but there's another card that this is kind of supposed to be chaining into, I'm guessing. I haven't really seen what all of the Death Rattle options can be yet, but definitely they're getting a lot of this Death Rattle support. And this could be, if you get this card early on, you get this down on 2, and then it puts a 3-drop on the board. It's a lot of tempo, right? And the 3-drop I'm talking about, I guess I might as well just skip right to it, is this Razorfen Beastmaster, 3-mana 3/3. Death Rattle, summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 4 or less from your hand. So if you can chain the Razor Boar into the Razorfen Beastmaster into something else sweet, I mean, that's like the ultimate in sticky, right? The thing is, you have to draw these cards. We've got Vile Call. This is a spell. 3 mana, summon 2/2 demons with lifesteal. Let's look at what these demons look like. Ravenous Vile Fiends. So, I mean, there's the Druid card that summons 2 Treants for 3 mana, so it's on par with that, except for these to have lifesteal. And Demon Hunters do like to use their face to deal damage to minions and clear them, so there's some utility there. It seems to me like you're going to need something like what Druids have with like these board buffing spells to really make a tokeny Demon Hunter a thing, and right now they don't really have that, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be an archetype definer. Fury, rank 1. So this is one of the rank spells. So at 5 mana it ranks up, and then at 10 mana it ranks up a third time. And that is when it's at its full power, but it always costs 1 mana. So basically this is give your hero +2 attack. So okay. That's fine for 1 mana. That's fine. That's a okay deal. When you get up to 5 mana, now it's 3 attack. When you get up to 10 mana, now it's 4 attack. So I guess what you could do is you could think that maybe this is some sort of burst finishing combo Demon Hunter, where you wait until you get up to 10 mana, and then you have 2 of these, and I mean, they have a bunch of other bursty things, right? I mean, they've got let's see, we've got, oh wait, is that one card? Oh, that one card's leaving standard though, isn't it? Might not be a thing in standard then. Huh. Yeah, this might not be a thing in standard anymore, because what is the card? Twin Slice is going away. So maybe in Wild you can do that. But I guess this is the somewhat replacement. Okay. Seems like a card you'll probably just include in Demon Hunters though, right? Especially if you're playing a tempo style. Tusk Piercer. So this is the thing that kind of enables that Death Rattle stuff. And also, you probably don't need to make a Death Rattle Demon Hunter for this to just be a good card. It's just a 1-mana 1/2 weapon that when it dies, it also just draws a card. And it could draw the second copy of... Oh, no, it's minion. Never mind. Okay, so, I mean, you don't have to put a bunch of Death Rattle minions in your deck. You could just have a couple. And then you just play Tusk Piercer. And on turn 1, you have a 1/2 weapon. And then whenever it dies, it's like, hey, just draw a card. A very specific card, too. So, I don't know. I don't see a downside to this card. It seems very strong. Here is a legendary. Death Speaker Blackthorne, 7-mana 3/6. So, horrible stats. But, Battle Cry. Summon 3 Death Rattle minions that cost 5 or less from your deck. So, this is insta-board right here, right? Insta-sticky board, if you want to think of it that way. Death Rattles that cost 5 or less in Standard. Let's see. Death Rattle. So obviously we got the new ones from Demon Hunter, but let's take a look at what are our neutral options there. In the 5 or less slot. Well, Nerubian Egg is back. I guess that could be a thing. Although I don't know how Demon Hunter really buffs that. Let's see. There's the Death's Head Cultist, a new card, 2/4. Taunt, Death Rattle, restore 4 health. I don't see that being a thing. The Disguised Wanderer, the Fishy Flasher. Maybe these could be things. Oh, Talon Forging. 5-mana 3/3 Taunt, Divine Shield, Death Rattle, draw your highest cost minion. That could be a thing. Cairn is 6, but Cairn did get buffed, so I'm not seeing that much great support, unfortunately, for this. So I don't know. Feels potentially very strong, but maybe doesn't have the support that it needs yet. Vengeful Spirit. 4-mana 4/4 Outcast. Draw 2 Death Rattle minions. All right, so come on. I mean, they want it to happen, but do we have the Death Rattles to support it? That I really don't feel like we do yet. But this is one of those things where in one more expansion, this could just be an out-of-control archetype, right? Sigil of Silence. At the start of your next turn, silence all enemy minions for 0. Silence all the enemy minions, but it's on a timer. You gotta wait a turn. I don't feel like I would just put this in my deck, but it's a nice tool to have if, say, Token Druid became a thing, or I guess, in Wild, I could see this being somewhat decent against like a big priest or something like that. It also, you could play it the turn before you do your big damage combo if your damage combo involves minions hitting the face. The thing is, charge is not really as much of a thing anymore, so it's not really as viable. Now in Wild, I don't know. You could definitely do some stuff. I mean, they brought back Arcane Golem, right? So there might be a thing there. The Sigil of Flames. So we've got another sigil. At the start of your next turn, deal 3 damage to all minions. So very cheap for what it does, but again, it's on a timer. That being said, if you know that like next turn is the turn where you're going to develop, it's like you could set up some stuff where you remove some things, you play this, and then the next turn is where you kind of flip the board, right? So, we'll see. We'll see. By the way, I do see the subs coming in. I will acknowledge all of them after we're done with the set review, but I love you guys. I appreciate you. All right. Razorfin Beastmaster. We already talked about this. This is kind of the chain effect and one of the new Death Rattle minions, but I don't know. Kurtrus Ashfallen. 4-mana 3/4. Those are bad stats. Battle Cry. Attack the left and rightmost enemy minions. Outcast. Immune this turn. Okay, so if you can outcast this, and you can finagle the board the way you want it to put 2 minions on the left and the right, get them down to 3 health. It's a lot of things you got to do, but in that scenario, you remove some stuff. You put a 3/4 on the board. I don't know. The thing is that multi-shot, the Hunter spell, 4 mana, deal 3 to 2 minions. That's never really been a thing. Now, that being said, that didn't leave a 3/4 body behind, so this is better than that. But I don't know. I mean, it's a maybe from me. It seems very suspect, and you're probably looking for overpowered stuff. Demon Hunter didn't really get a lot of OP stuff in this set, to be honest, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Let's look at Druid. Oh, baby. Druid started out hot. Celestial Alignment. We're going to align the stars, my friends. Yeah, Star Aligner was a pretty fun Druid deck for a while, so I guess this is kind of the next logical step. Set each player to 0 mana crystals. Set the cost of cards in all hands and decks to 1. So obviously, I mean, you're paying 7 mana. You basically take a turn off. You give your opponent the same ability that you have. You basically reset both sides to 0 mana, and then your opponent is the first one to be able to play card for 1 mana. That's all they'll have at that point. But if you build your deck to be some crazy, big Druid thing, or have some combo that requires you to play a bunch of cards, then, that's very cool. Now, the other thing, too, is you can play, like, Nourish. 1 mana will now just be draw 3 cards or add 2 mana. Because from 6, it'll go down to 1. Lightning Bloom will go from 0 to 1, so it'll be basically like an Innervate. You'll pay 1 to get 1. Well, you pay 1 to get 2. Yeah, I mean, that's like you'll instantly have 2, but then you'll be overloaded for 2. I don't. It's very interesting. So this is, I'm gonna have to kind of see what we can do with this. In Wild, there's all sorts of stuff we can do with this, so I'm all about it in Wild. Let's go. It's very cool. But like that's the thing. So also, like, let's say you haven't used all your, like, so ramp cards are suddenly useful again in the late game, right? So you might have ramped early on, then you ramp to this, and now everybody unramped, and now you play your ramp cards, but now they cost 1, and they give you 2 crystals or 1. You know what I mean? It's suddenly those are good cards in the late game. So there's a lot of possibilities here, obviously. And then you're building your deck full of like 10 drops and stuff, and the opponent's deck is playing whatever they're playing. They probably don't have all that stuff, so seems very cool. The Thick Hide Cotto. It's a 4 mana 3/5 with taunt. Has dingo stats. Death Rattle, though, gain 5 armor. I mean, super useful anti-aggro tech here. We don't really have a lot of support anymore for Taunt Druid. I wonder if in Wild this will go into Taunt Druids. I'm kind of doubtful. But it's also a beast, so there's that. So, there's stuff that can happen there. The Thorn Grown Sentry. Summon 2/1/2 turtles with taunt. Get a look at these bad boys. All right. I mean, if you're playing Token Druid, it's 2 bodies for 2 mana. They have taunt. I don't know how much you really care about that if you're Token Druid, but it's interesting. Plus, you'll also see this just off of like nature studies and stuff, right? Pride's Fury, 4 mana. Give your minions +1/+3. Oh. I think I'd rather pay less to buff my board. Curious, though. In Standard, what does Druid have to buff their board anymore? They still have Power of the Wild. And then they have this. Okay. All right. I guess this is necessary. This is your board buff now. You've literally got Power of the Wild in this. So when there's no other options, suddenly this looks real good. If that's what you're trying to do. If those are the only 2 options, though, I gotta say, Token Druid sounds pretty bad. Plague Maw the Rotting. 4 mana 3/4. After a friendly minion with taunt dies, summon a new copy of it without taunt. Well, I mean, that's a really strong effect. To really make this happen, you'll have to have it on board, or have something on board with taunt, play this, run that something in. I don't really see you being able to just play this behind other taunts. There's just too many ways to kill things through taunts. So it's interesting. It's similar to that Death Rattle card that Druid used to have, the 3 mana or the 4 mana 3/4 that would activate your Death Rattle when you played it. The thing is, that was like, all I have to do is play that and then put my Death Rattle on the board. This is, I have to have a taunt minion that dies. It's a lot more to ask. So, you know, it seems like a very powerful effect if you can get it to go off. Seems like making it go off is going to be incredibly difficult. Razormane Battle Guard, 2 mana 2/3. The first taunt minion you play each turn costs 2 less. I mean, that's just good. There's really nothing to say here other than that's good. As long as this is in play, then you get a 2 mana discount on the first taunt minion every turn. And you can do it right away, right? So you at least get one use off of it, probably. On turn 4, you can play this, and you can play the thick hide Cotto. Play the thick boy. You just do, you know, do that on turn 4. That's a lot of tempo. So, I mean, also it's 2 mana 2/3, so there's no real downside to it's just being a 2-drop. It's fine. It's something that has to be removed, right? Guff Rune Totem. After you cast a nature spell, give another friendly minion +2/+2. Okay, so you'll have to have another minion on board. 3 mana 2/4. It's like Bran. It like might, you know, have a chance to live a turn. But then you also have to play a nature spell. Let's see. So we got, Wild Growth, Living Seed, Ironbark, Nature Study, Lightning Bloom, and Innervate are both nature spells, though. So this is a way to like kind of build and buff a board. You get this, and then you play your Lightning Blooms and your Innervates. Fungal Fortunes is nature. Landscaping is nature. There's a lot. Germination is nature. Soul of the Forest is still around. That's nature. Overgrowth. Force of Nature. Arbor Up. Okay. So, I mean, there's options here. So this definitely does enable that archetype to get a little extra power. It's a legendary. You can only have one of these. So I don't know. I don't know if it's enough, but I'm going to give it a try. Sounds fun. Mark of the Spike Shell. This is nature. 2 mana +2/+2. If it give a minion +2/+2. If it has taunt, add a copy of it to your hand. That just feels fine, right? That feels better than the old 2 mana +2/+2 and give it taunt. Mark of the Wild, which I think got buffed. Yeah, Mark of the Wild got buffed to 2/3. So, but I mean, the fact that you're getting value, you get another copy of the minion in your hand. You know, the thing is that there was also the Shaman card that did elementals that added a random elemental. This is targeted, so you get that specific card that you've already chosen to put in your deck in your hand. But yeah, I definitely see this if you're doing like a Highlander Druid and you're just looking for value. It's like, yeah, give me another one of these taunt minions that I have in my deck. Living Seed. So this is a rank up spell. Draw a beast, reduces cost by 1. At 5 mana, it's 2. At 10 mana, it's 3. So you're tutoring a specific card, which is cool. I will say this, though. The ranking up aspect of this card is not as important, probably, as other stuff, unless it's enabling some sort of combo. Because at 5 mana, 2 discount is less valuable. And at 10 mana, 3 discount is less valuable because you just have more mana. But if there's some sort of beast-related combo where you need to discount the cost of your beast to do said combo, well, then there you go. Well, then there it is. Druid of the Plains. Well, here's a beast that I might want to make cheaper. 7 mana, 7/6 with Rush. Frenzy. By the way, Frenzy, if people don't know Frenzy, it's the new mechanic. A one-time effect after this survives damage. It cannot die to that damage. It needs to take some damage that doesn't kill it. So 5 or less damage. Rush, Frenzy, transform into a 6/7 Cotto with Taunt. So it turns into a big old beefy Taunt. And, I mean, that just sounds really good. And especially if you can make this cost 6, 5, or 4, right? So, seems very strong. Seems really strong. All right. That's a Druid. Hunter. Our Hunter's awesome again. I mean, they're fine. This last meta. We got 4 mana, 3/4 Warsong Wrangler. Battlecry, discover a beast in your deck. Give all copies of it 2 +2 +1. Now hold on a minute. Hold on just a gosh darn minute. I was led to believe that a certain card is returning to standard. Dire Frenzy is coming back to standard. Give a beast +3/+3. Shuffle 3 copies into your deck with +3/+3. Well, now discover one of those copies and buff the rest of them. Okay. It's a good thing that they got rid of Boar, huh? Although Boar still around in Wild, apparently the community convinced them. So my Wild Boar hunters, the dream is alive. 4 mana, Piercing Shot. Doesn't have a spell school. Interesting. Deals 6 damage to a minion. Excess damage hits the hero. Hell yeah. This is Fireball for Hunter, baby. Give me that overkill to the face. I love this card. Is this card just insane? Is this card just amazing? Don't waste any damage. Just, you know? It's like the Native Americans. You don't waste anything. Dude, I'm down with this. This card seems amazing. This card seems like what Hunter needs too. Because we've always wanted the elusive control Hunter, you know? 3 mana, 3/3, Pack Cotto. Battlecry, discover a beast, secret, or weapon. So I'm guessing it'll give you one of each option. Okay. That's I mean, that's a good card in like a value-based, like a Highlander Hunter type thing. Although I don't know if we're gonna see Highlander Hunter now that Zephrys and stuff are rotating, right? So will those still be a thing? I don't know. They will be in Wild. I mean, this is what's cool about this is it's like I can just play it. It's a 3 mana 3/3, and then, you know, I'll just be like, well, what do I kind of need right now? And there's like a lot of stuff that can show up. I don't know if that's good enough to be put in my deck, but it's super fun. This will be a super good card in Arena. That's going to be an amazing Arena card. All right, 2 mana 1/3. Oh, this is a Caravan card. There's a bunch of these. They all have this similar effect. At the start of your turn, they'll do something, which means you have to play them, and then they have to live. And I think they're all 2 mana 1/3s, I think. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. So 2 mana 1/3 sucks. It probably dies. If it doesn't, so freaking good. But, you know. It's going to be hard to protect this guy. Hand buffing Hunters. We'll see. Wound Prey. Deal 1 damage. Summon a 1/1 hyena with Rush. I mean, that just seems solid. 1 mana, you get 2 damage to split. 1 damage can go anywhere you want, and the other can go wherever a Rush minion can attack, and that can happen instantly. Yeah, I mean, that seems fine. That seems good. That seems solid. Tavish Stormpike, legendary. 3 mana 2/5. After a friendly beast attacks, summon a beast from your deck that costs 1 less. So it costs 1 less than the beast that attacked. All right, let's go, Beastie Boys. Let's put all the beasts in our deck. And then let's just draw them all with Tavish the Stormpike. I mean, that if that effect goes off once, then that's worth, right? A 3-mana. And a 3-mana 2/5 is not the easiest to kill. Obviously, like the 2/4 is the brand thing. A 2/5, a little tougher to get rid of, so you might be able to get this to go off twice. If it goes off twice, well then hell yeah. That being said, I don't know. I have to see what the Beast Hunter deck would look like. But if that is a thing, this card is one of the things that makes it go, right? The 2-mana 2/3 Kolkar Pack Runner. After you cast the spell, summon a 1/1 hyena with rush. It's another swift hyena. I mean, this thing you could just chain this thing like crazy. It's a must kill. Otherwise, just go off with the hyenas. Seems cool. Seems cool. You can draw all of your penguins with this, right? Tame Beast rank 1. This is another rank up spell. So at rank 1, we get a 2/2 beast with rush. Looks like it's a little crabby boy. At 5 mana, you get a 4/4 beast with rush. Becomes a Scorpid. When you get to 10 mana, it's a 6/6 beast with rush. And it is a lizard. Well, a 2-mana 6/6 with rush is really friggin' good. A 2-mana 4/4 with rush is really good. A 2-mana 2/2 with rush is fine. So I don't see any problem with this. Yeah, the cost of the card is always the same. Now, here's another cool thing about this card, though. If you are playing Tavish Stormpike, and then you play Tame Beast rank 3, this guy is a 6-cost card, meaning Tavish would cause you to draw a 5-cost beast from your deck. Or if you did it here after 5 mana, it would make you draw a 3-cost beast. So it's like a cheap way to kind of drum up the bigger beasts, right? So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, Barrick Cotto Bain, another legendary 5-mana 3/5. Draw a 1, 2, and 3-cost spell. Okay, let's look at what those are. In the 1-cost slot, we got some stuff. Demon Companion, Carry On Studies, Arcane Shot, Adorable Infestation, Lock and Load, Overwhelm, Tracking, Wound Prey. That's a lot of stuff. In the 2-cost slot, we got the Bola Shot. We got Don't Feed the Animals. We got all the traps, obviously. Quick Shot, which is coming back. Scavenger's Ingenuity. And the Tame Beast card we just talked about. In the 3 spot, you've got Deadly Shot, Petting Zoo, and that's it. Deadly Shot and Petting Zoo. Okay, so the 3 spot is a little dry. But still, I mean, 5 mana, draw 3 is... and put a body on the board. That seems really, really good, honestly. So, feels like a card that'll probably make it into some decks. Sunscale Raptor. 1 mana 1/3. Well, 1 mana 1/3 is always fine, right? Frenzy. Shuffle a Sunscale Raptor into your deck with permanent +2/+1. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff here. If I can Dire Frenzy this, and then I can Shando Wildclaw this, and then I can... where's the other card? What was the other card? It was a 2-cost thing? Dang it. Hold on. Warsong Wrangler it? All copies of it? I mean, we can get some pretty beefy Sunscale Raptors going, you know? They don't have rush or do anything else, but I mean, 1 mana, you just start, you know, putting a lot of stuff on. You know what I'm going to try? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go to Wild, and I'm gonna play that Quest Hunter, where you have to play 7 1-drops, and then you get Carnassa, Queen Carnassa, and I'm gonna make all the Sunscale Raptors happen, dude. It's gonna be sweet. All right, let's go. Time to talk about Mage. The Arcane Luminary. 3 mana, 4/3, aggressive stat line. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 2 less, but not less than 1. So this is like an aura effect. And obviously mages are very good at holding cards that they did not start in the deck. So, you know, you can run 2 of these, and it's cheap enough that on the turn you play it. It's like if you play this on like turn 6 or 7. Now I can play like 4 cards that cost 3 and now make them cost 1. Like, it's a bunch of secrets. It's all sorts of stuff, right? So, yeah, seems solid. Sorceress is going away, right? Sorcerer's Apprentice no longer. So, yeah. But we also still got things like Incanter's Flow to make things cheaper. I mean, you could play this and Evocation and then just vomit all of your cards onto the board, right? Yeah, I mean, there's stuff. There's stuff here. And now with the biscuits too. Now that we got the biscuits fresh out the oven for the mages, they can do things. Mages can always do like all these. It's like they'll never not be the class that can play 20 cards in a turn, you know? 3 mana, Secret, Oasis Ally. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/6 Water Elemental. So Water Elemental usually costs 4. So you get 1 mana discount, and your opponent has to do something to make it happen. I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough or not. If you generate this, though, it's so good. I just don't know if like getting a 1 mana discount and then having your opponent have to trigger when your Water Elemental happens is actually that good. 3 mana, 3/4, Rhyme Tongue. After you cast the Frost spell, summon a 1/1 elemental that freezes. I think we've seen these guys before. Looks like a new design. Little 1/1 that when it hits something, it freezes it. I mean, you have to cast Frost spells specifically. Frostbolt went away, so we got Snap Freeze, which probably sucks. So you wouldn't play it. We got Cone of Cold. We got Ice Barrier. That Oasis Ally Secret. Deep Freeze. That costs 8 mana. Brain Freeze. That's a good card. It just doesn't seem like there's enough Frost spells to put this in. That being said, it's a 3 mana 3/4. I mean, it's a mech. It's a Spider Tonk, right? So it's fine. But it's just how many 1/1s are you gonna ultimately make with this thing? 4 mana, Refreshing Spring Water. Draw 2 cards. Refresh 2 mana crystals for each spell drawn. Oh my. Do we still have Spell Mage support, or is that rotating? There's still a Pexis Blast. So there's not a lot of support for Spell Mage. Pretty much just a Pexis Blast. Okay. But still, this seems cool. I don't know. I'm kind of into this idea. I tried playing a Cthulhu Spell Mage because Cthulhu breaks up into 4 spells. So it counts as like your deck not having any minions when you play the new Cthulhu. But again, like, yeah, we need all the old school Spell Mage support, and right now we only have a Pexis Blast. That's not good enough. So probably not a thing, but a deck with lots of spells in it. I mean, the fact is, even if one of them is a spell and one's a minion, like, it's a pretty good deal. You drew 2 cards for essentially 2 mana in that situation, right? So if your deck is close to 50-50, this is probably worth an inclusion, right? It's like a better Arcane Intellect at that point. Wildfire, increase the damage of your hero power by 1. Like forever? For the rest of the game? I don't see why not. For the rest of the game. Your hero power does 2 now. And then you can play 2 of these. And so the second time you play it does 3 now. Okay. I'm intrigued. I don't know if it's like super good, but I'm intrigued for sure. Okay, confirmed in chat. The D still, it does stay. Okay. So I mean, yeah, you know, on turn 2, if there's nothing else going on, this would be pretty fine as a turn 2 play, and then eventually you're dealing 3 damage. Eventually you're an odd hunter, but you can hit minions. Cool. Ruined Orb, arcane spell, 2 mana. Deal 2 damage, discover a spell. Deal 2 damage? I can go face. And then I discover a spell. Did they change it so all spells cannot discover themselves? I'm pretty sure that's how it works now, right? So there's no longer like Ruined Orb into Ruined Orb into Ruined Orb into Ruined Orb. Oh, Caldara Drake. Oh, because that's back. Caldara Drake is back in standard. Yeah. Okay. But this just seems like a good card, right? This is just a good card. 2 mana, deal 2 to something, and then just get a spell. Get another spell. Keep it going. And that spell didn't start in my deck, so Arcane Luminary makes it cost 2 less. Varden Dawn Grasp, 4 mana 3/3 legendary battlecry. Freeze all enemy minions. If any are already frozen, deal 4 damage to them instead. Yo, I thought they were getting rid of all the freezes. Blizzard, why? Why would you do this to me, Blizzard? Don't you know how sick I am of getting my board frozen? It's been happening for 7 damn years. Really been 7 years. And you get a 3/3. So Frost Nova, 1 more mana, gives you a 3/3. So that's a 1 mana 3/3 with Frost Nova effect. And if things are already frozen, Flame Strike them. What? All right. Although Flame Strike deals 5 now, so. I mean, come on. That's really good. That's really freaking good. 0 mana, Flurry. Rank 1. This is a ranked up spell, so it'll always cost 0. Freeze a random enemy minion at rank 2, which is 5 mana. 2 enemy minions. 10 mana. 3 enemy minions. So I play this on 10. I freeze 3 things. I Varden Dawn Grasp. I freeze the rest of them. I deal 4 damage to whatever I already froze, and I have 6 mana left. And I'm a mage. All right. So mages are still going to be freezing me, and I'm still going to be mad about it. 4 mana, 3/5. Battlecry, fire your hero power at all enemies. Oh. Well, once you've upgraded your hero power a couple times, Wildfire. And I play this, and it's a 4 mana, 3/5, deal 3 to all enemies. I mean, there used to be a pretty good priest dragon that would come down and deal 3 to the board, your side as well. This is only the opponent's side, and it's a 3/5. And I don't have to have a dragon in my hand. I just have to have updated some stuff. And even a 4 mana 3/5 that just deals 1 to the opponent's side is really good. So this card is sick. This is really good. Jesus. Mordred's Fire Eye. 10 mana 10/10. Usually we don't like those. Battlecry. If you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power this game, deal 10 damage to all enemies. Yo, that's the enemy's face too. That makes a 10 mana 10/10 seem pretty fine. Because I'm also just going to clear your board and deal 10 to your face. I pyroblasted your face. And I played a 10/10. What? I pyroblasted everything that was on your side of the board. Okay. And dealing 10 damage with my hero power, that seems hard to do. Until Wildfire and Reckless Apprentice happen. So it doesn't seem very hard anymore. Let's go for it. All right. Paladin, what are they up to? Ah, yes. We're going back to the Secret Paladin days. 1 mana secret, Galloping Savior. After your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, summon a 3/4 steed with taunt. So, Rat Trap for Hunter was a 6/6. This is a 3/4, although it does come with taunt. I will say this though, Paladins tend to be able to do a little more with their minions than a Hunter can, right? You got buffs and all sorts of stuff like that. So a 6/6 might just have been too crazy anyway. Also, that costs 2, this costs 1, so obviously it should be slightly weaker. That seems fine. That seems fine. It's going to be very easy to play around, but I mean, causing your opponent to refuse to be able to play 3 cards in a turn can be very useful. 1 mana 1/1, Knight of Anointment. Battlecry, draw a holy spell. 1 mana 1/1, tutor a specific kind of card. I'm all about that. I'm pretty sure most of Paladin spells are going to be holy, right? Are they going to have like shadow spells too? Yeah, they have 1 shadow spell, which is a dual class card, and I think everything else is holy. Yeah. I mean, like Libram of Hope. Librams, I think, are all holy, right? So you'll probably, yeah. So you definitely just put this in your Libram Paladins, right? Just make sure you draw your Librams. And Librams have been pretty good. Annoyingly so, to be quite honest. Because we've got things like Penflinger around, you know? Yeah, this card is good. Here's another Caravan. Soldier's Caravan. 2 mana 1/3. At the start of your turn, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand Recruits. So I pay 2 mana, and I hope and pray that you can't kill it. And if you can't kill it, then value starts. Again, these Caravans just seem like they're too hard to reliably pull off. That being said, you know, if they do go off, they're very good. Northwatch Commander, 3 mana 3/4. Battle Cry. If you control a secret, draw a minion. Well, Paladin secrets only cost 1. So 3 mana 3/4 that draws a minion fairly reliably seems like you would definitely just play it in a deck that's running secrets. This card just goes in. 2 mana 1/3. After your hero attacks, cast the secret from your deck. Well, okay. I mean, this costs 2 and this costs 3. Let's go. 2 mana, draw 3 secrets from your deck. What? Draw and play them. And deal damage to whatever you need. Have a ping for 3 turns. Yeah, this card is freaking. That's broken, dude. Conviction, rank 1. 1 mana, it's not a secret though. 1 mana, give a random friendly minion +3 attack. Rank 2, give 2 friendly minions +3 attack. Give 3. Okay, so it's kind of like Blessing of Might, but it's random, but you can hit 3 minions with 1 mana. You know what I'm instantly thinking about? Is playing in Wild and playing like Arcane Golems, Stone Tusk Boars, Bluegill Warriors, and then just playing 2 of these, and it's just 1 mana +9. It's 1 mana 9 damage. And I can play 2 of them, and I can play a bunch of charge minions in the same turn, and I could just hit you for 1 million. In standard, I don't know, like, but I mean, I guess you could say it's like a 3 minion Bloodlust on turn 10. So it might be a way to just finish people off. It might be a finisher, right? you can hit some stuff with Divine Shield too, that seems pretty solid. Cariel Roam, 4 mana, 4/3. Legendary. Rush, Divine Shield. Whenever this attacks, reduce the cost of holy spells in your hand by 1. Now, I said all the Librams are holy. Pretty much all the spells are holy. Well, most of them. So, the fact that it always gets to attack at least once means pretty good, and it has a Divine Shield. I mean, I think I'd already play it if it only ever could go off once. But the fact that it might go off twice, holy crap. Yeah. Yeah, this card seems good. There's another... Oh, Paladins are getting good stuff. What the hell, man? I thought they were already good. 4 mana, Invigorating Sermon. Give +1/+1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. Well, make that cost 3, and that's a lot better. So, Prince Keleseth was obviously very good. And it's time. You could play like a zoo style paladin with like secrets and stuff. Maybe. It's worth a go. It's worth a go. And honestly, just 4 mana +1/+1 to everything on the battlefield could also be fine in a lot of situations. You'd have to hit at least 3 or 4 things, but the fact that you then get the value forever, I mean, it's iffy. It's right in there. I think it's a fairly balanced card with the possibility of doing really powerful things in a game. 4 mana, 3/5, Veteran War Medic. After you cast a holy spell, summon a 2/2 medic with lifesteal. Wow. What was the card? The Teacher? That you'd get a 1/1 every time you cast a spell? Well, this is better than that. And if I'm playing Libra Paladin, we still have Lady Liedrin for Libra Paladin. So this card could go off, man. This card can super go off. Yeah, this seems solid. Seems really good. Cannon Master Smythe, or Smythe. 5 mana, 4/4. Battlecry, transform your secrets into 3/3 soldiers. They transform back when they die. Unless they get silenced, that would suck, but still kind of worth. If you can get a Christmas tree going, then if you were able to do this with one secret, it would be a 5 mana, 4/4, and a 3/3. And that 3/3 would turn back into the secret. If you have 2, 5 mana, 4/4, 2 3/3s. That's like really good. And then 3 is just gross, right? So yeah, this has to be insane. All right. Priest. Notice, by the way, I'm not giving any cards like a rank. This is a 5-star card. This is what it's. Why do we do that? What's the point of that? This is a 5-star card. So I could just be wrong later. Let's just talk about why they might be good or why they might not be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that mentality about that. It's whatever. It's fine. Other guys, you do it the way you want. 4 mana, 3/4. Void Flare. Battlecry, for each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Man, we've seen this effect like a few times in the history of Hearthstone, where it's like, for each spell in your hand, do this. And it's never really worked out. Although in the past, it's always been things like gain attack or something dumb and useless. This actually is doing a tempo-related thing, so the fact that you play it and then, I mean, if you have 5 spells in your hand, a 4 mana 3/4 that dealt 5 random damage would be really good. Are we literally going to have 5 spells in our hand that often, though? I don't know. I feel like a more realistic scenario would be like 3 or 2 most of the time, right? So 4 mana 3/4 that deals 2 random damage when you play it. Now it does only go to minions, which is kind of good. So It's definitely got possibilities. It just feels like I'm probably not building a deck that's just trying to do this. I probably have a purpose to my deck, and it's not necessarily just, you know, I play a minion that sometimes kills some of your stuff. But I could be wrong. Power word Fortitude. New power word. Give a minion +3/+5. Cost 1 less for each spell in your hand. Okay, I see a theme happening here. So how cheap would I have to get this to like it? I'd probably have to get it down to 3. So that means I need 5 spells in my hand reliably. All right. Tell me more, Hearthstone. How am I going to get 5 spells in my hand? Let's see. 2 mana, 1/3. Oh, it's another caravan. At the start of your turn, copy a spell from your opponent's deck to your hand. Okay, so there you go. Give me spells. Again, it's a caravan. I don't think a 2 mana 1/3 is sticking around very often. 3 mana, Devouring Plague, Lifesteal, deal 4 damage, randomly split among all enemy minions. So, heal for 4, deal 4 randomly for 3. I don't like it. I'm not in. Now, it's a shadow spell, so maybe if there's some stuff to shadow spells that we can make that do more damage, that might be really good, but I don't like it. 2 mana 1/1, Serena Bloodfeather. Battlecry, choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this has more. Oh. Okay, let's think about this. So let's put this up against a 3/3. It would steal 1/1, so then they both be 2/2s. Then it would steal 1/1 again, and then this would be a 3/3, and that'd be a 1/1. Okay. How much do I care about doing that? Wouldn't I rather just kill the 3/3? I mean, I get a 3/3. Okay, let's see. What about if it's like an 8/8? So 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 4. So I get a 5/5 and then I knock their 8/8 down to a 4/4. This feels iffy to me. It's very cool. But I don't know how often this is actually going to be that awesome. I will say this, though. You can probably find scenarios where you finagle the situation to be able to make a trade or something that you couldn't make before, right? So there's that. It's kind of milkshakey. I steal life from your opponent or from my opponent's minions. That's kind of cool. It's a very cool card. I'm not sold yet. I'm gonna have to see it in action. Zyrella, 4 mana 4/4. Battlecry. If you've restored health this turn, deal that much damage to all enemy minions. So if I just hero power my face, and then I play this, I consecrate my opponent's board. If you restored health this turn. So what about if I've restored, like, is this going to accumulate, like, all of the health I've restored? Minions and my face all added up, and now I just deal that? That feels like what the text means. So I could definitely see this being a very powerful board clear in certain scenarios, right? Let's see. What does Priest have as far as healing now? Because I know they've lost some stuff. Oh, we're getting the Desperate Prayer, which is the 0 mana restore 5 to each hero. We still have Flash Heal. Do we still have 1 mana? Yeah, we still have Renew. So if you renewed, then it would deal 3. And Renew is just a pretty good card. If you Apotheosis something and then attack and then this happens. There's definitely some stuff here. And it's, it's a legendary. It only takes 1 slot in your deck. So I say let's go. Priest of Anch. Anish? Anch? I don't know. 5 mana 5/5. Taunt. Battlecry. If you've restored health this turn, gain +3/+3. 5 mana 8/8 with Taunt. All I have to do is restore health. Get on board with that. Condemn. This is another rank up spell. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions for 2. That seems fine. After 5 mana, it deals 2. Once I'm at 10, it deals 3. Sure. Light Shower Elemental. Taunt. Death Rattle. Restore 8 health to all friendly characters. Well, there you go. 8 health to all friendly characters? That's a giganto heal. It's an elemental, which might matter, I guess. It's a 6 mana 6/6 with taunt. That heals me for a ton. What's not to like? Desperate Prayer, restore 5 health to each hero. Probably not going to really see play, but it's going to be discovered and do stuff sometimes. How much do we have left here? Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Actually, I'm powering through this fairly well. For normally, this shit takes forever. 3 mana 3/2. Field Contact. We're in Rogue now. After you play a Battlecry or combo card, draw a card. Well, I always like to be able to cycle through my deck as a Rogue. A 3 mana 3/2 is fairly expensive, and I have to have it on the board while I do the other thing, which is play a Battlecry or combo card. That being said, in the late game, that's not going to be very hard to do, right? Like, if I'm playing like an Auctioneer and then playing spells and I'm paying 6 mana for a 4/4, that seems fine. So 3 mana, and then I got plenty of mana. It's like turn 7. I got plenty of mana to do stuff and cycle through my deck, right? So, yeah, that could be very good. Could be very good. This could enable like miracle style stuff. Efficient Octobot. 2 mana 1/4. Frenzy. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. Okay, well, Rogue historically has liked being able to make things cost less. Think like prep and stuff. So a 2 mana 1/4 that then has to get frenzied. It's fairly likely to get frenzied if you just play it on 2. And then you get a whole bunch of tempo after that. So it is a mech. I don't know how much that's going to matter in standard. You could definitely do things with that in wild, but it seems solid. Not OP, but solid. 2 mana Silverleaf Poison. Give your weapon after your hero attacks, draw a card. So 2 mana to draw 2, but it's staggered. That definitely seems playable. Again, it's like solid but not OP. I love the art. Pouring like this poison on his little tusk dagger. Wicked Stab. 2 mana. Deal 2 damage. Upgrade when you have 5 mana. So at 5, we're dealing 4. Oh, hello. At 10 mana, we're dealing 6. Yo, this goes face. 2 mana deals 6 to your face? Yeah, I'm bursting people down as Rogue. Let's go. That's awesome. 4 mana 3/2. Apothecary Hellbrim. Battlecry and Death Rattle. Add a random poison to your hand. Okay, so we've seen already 2 poisons, right? Is that right? Silverleaf Poison. Paralytic Poison. Yeah, there's 2 poisons being added. Then we still got Deadly Poison, and we also have Deadly Poison, and then the 2 mana, the one that got nerfed. Where is it? Nitro Boost Poison. So there's a lot of poisons. This could be really good because it's 2 of them. We had the 4 mana 3/2 thing that gave you the spare parts or what the toxins before, and that was fine. That saw some play. Swine Tusk Shank. 3 mana 2/2 weapon. After you play a poison, gain 1 durability. Oh, hello. So if I play this and then I deadly poison it, it is a 4/3 weapon. I spent 4 mana to do it. And then I could put this poison on it and just start drawing cards. Like with this poison on it, give it +1 attack and be immune. I mean, yeah, you can kind of like build a sweet weapon with some poisons. So I could see that being very good. Scab's Cutter Butter, 4 mana 3/3. What is this card? Combo. The next 2 cards you play this turn cost 3 less. I get 2 old school preps. I have to combo this. I mean, I could backstab something, combo this, right? There's a lot of ways to combo this for pretty cheap. That seems amazing. Now, Edwin is no longer in standard, right? So, but in wild, they unnerfed him. Is that correct? So, yeah, I mean, dude, this seems crazy. This is potentially crazy. Potentially crazy as hell. Paralytic Poison. +1 attack. Your hero is immune while attacking. So, like I said, if you put this on the Swine Tusk Shank, you're getting +1/+1, essentially. And you're immune while attacking. That's kind of amazing. So, I could definitely see a Poison Rogue type of thing happening. The Oil Rig Ambusher, 4 mana 4/4 Battlecry, deal 2 damage. If this entered your hand this turn, deal 4 instead. That can go face. A 4 mana 4/4 that deals 2 is totally fine. A 4 mana 4/4 that deals 4 is awesome. So this is fine and then has upside, right? This card seems really good. And it's not even a combo, it's just Battlecry. Just play it. Yoink! Discover your hero power, set its cost to 0, swap back after 2 uses. No, I don't care about this. I don't want another class hero power. Why do I want that? And I don't get to, like, what if it was like pick one out of the 9 or pick one out of the other 9? That could be something, but you might just get a bunch of crap. That sounds bad. Shaman! All right, let's see what Shaman's got. I haven't looked at like any of the Shaman cards, I don't think. 1 mana 1/2 Spawn Pool Forager. It's a Murloc. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Tiny Fin. Wow. A turn 1 sticky Murloc. If Murloc Shaman's a thing, this card is going in 100% of the time. 4 mana 2/6. Taunt. Battlecry. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. So, yeah. What? Why? Why would I not want this? It's an elemental taunt, 4 mana 2/6, and then, yeah, okay. Solid. Lillypad Lurker, 5 mana 4/5. Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, transform an enemy minion into a 0/1 frog with taunt? Yo, Hex on a stick? What? It's not random. I get to target the enemy minion. This card is insane. Just stick a Hex onto a Yeti. Let's go. Tiny Fin's Caravan, 2 mana 1/3. At the start of your turn, draw a Murloc. Again, it's a Caravan. It's not a Murloc. I say no. 3 mana 2/5 Arid Stormer, Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, gain Rush and Wind Fury. Okay, so clearly they're trying to make elementals a thing. They're trying to make elementals and Murlocs a thing in one expansion. This is a pretty good card though if you get the Rush and Wind Fury. The 2/5 is the 2 attack is not that great, but the fact that it has 5 health means you're definitely gonna be able to attack 2 things most of the time on turn 3. Also, I'm guessing there's ways to buff this as an elemental, so another Murloc. 2 mana 3/2 South Coast Chieftain. Battlecry. If you control another Murloc, deal 2 damage. So this is a good way to be able to control a Murloc on turn 2. This is gonna happen and it's gonna frustrate the hell out of me. Some guys are gonna play this on 1. I'm gonna kill the first half of it. Then they're gonna play this on 2 and kill a thing that I have or shoot me in the face. And it's gonna snowball and go out of control. Whoa! Wait a minute. A Murloc legendary. Firemancer Flurgle. After you play a Murloc, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Oh my god. Yeah, at least it's not summon a Murloc. Fucking Murlocs. Alright, I think Murloc Shaman might be a thing. No Fin can stop it. Nothing can stop us now. Alright. I'm gonna have to put that soundbite together to have that ready to go for when I'm playing this card. Give your minions +1/+1. Give your Murlocs an extra +1/+1. So, I mean, this is just a board buff no matter what. And if you got Murlocs, it's +2/+2, and it's only 3 mana. That seems really good. Brewcan, 4 mana 5/4, nature spell damage +3. Okay, what are my nature spells that deal damage? Lightning Bolt. Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is minion only, though. Lightning Bolt goes face. So Lightning Bolt would suddenly deal 6 for 1. Landslide, which is a board clear. When did Landslide come out? Been out for a little bit, I think, right? What else we got? Lightning Storm, which now is not the RNG version anymore. It's just deal 3, so it would deal 6 to everything with this in play. Molten Blast is fire. Storm Strike. Serpent Shrine Portal. Dunk Tank, which does go face. Torrent. Tidal Surge. Yeah, so there's stuff. Tidal Wave. There's stuff. That being said, this is a legendary, so only having one of these in your deck, it's going to be hard to build a deck around bursting somebody down with nature spells. You know what I mean? So it seems okay. Here's one of the nature spells I talked about. Deal 2 to a minion and a random adjacent one. Once you get to 5 mana, deal 3. Once you get to 10 mana, deal 4. So, pretty solid card for 2 mana. And that's Shaman. Warlock. We only have 2 classes left. Another Caravan. At the start of your turn, summon a 1-cost minion from your deck. These are so bad. Why? Just why? 3 mana, 3/3. Battle Cry and Death Rattle. Give another random friendly minion +1/+1. So this happens twice, and that's really good in a zoo deck. I want it in my zoo deck. Barrens Scavenger, Taunt. 6 mana, 6/6. Cost 1 while your deck has 10 or fewer cards. Okay. So if we can draw through our deck or destroy our deck, we get a 1 mana, 6/6 with Taunt. Is that really that good, though? A 1 mana, 6/6 with Taunt? After I've gotten through 20 cards in my deck at that point in the game, is that great? I have to be able to pair it with a bunch of other stuff and then not get board cleared. It could be. Niru Fireblade, 5 mana, 5/5. If your deck is empty, Battlecry, if your deck is empty, open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. Fill your board each turn. Each turn? Each of my turns? Or every turn? My opponent's turn, then my turn, then my opponent's turn, then my turn. Because this says at the end of your turn. What up with that, Blizzard? So I guess it's just at the end of my turn. Okay, I mean, I guess, though, you know, that's inevitability, is that we saw with the discard Warlock that it didn't really work that well. You know. This feels not good enough to just have to... This isn't Cthulhu, this isn't Mecha Cthulhu, where I win the game. You know what I mean? This is maybe I win the game, maybe I don't. Hey, thanks, Conray. Appreciate that, my friend. Altar of Fire. Destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. Okay, well, there's a way to do this, but also mess with my opponent. Mess with combo decks, stuff like that. If I don't care about the cards in my deck as much. Plus, you can time this, right? You know, so you can wait until you've already drawn this, and then you can do it. Seems all right. If that's an archetype, that's going to be part of the deal. Grimoire of Sacrifice. Destroy a friendly minion. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. Well, we are getting the egg back and stuff like that, right? So, I could see this being a thing. Like, that's pretty solid in a zoo deck to swipe tempo. You kill off like an egg or something you like want to die, and you clear your opponent's board at the same time. If zoo's a thing, let's go. Tamsin Roam, 3 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cast a shadow spell that costs 1 or more, add a copy to your hand that costs 0. What are my shadow spells? Raise Dead already costs 0. What are the ones that I would want? Drain Soul. Soul Shear. See that. School Spirits, maybe. Soul Rend. Oh, okay, we haven't gotten to this card yet, but that one could be a thing. Siphon Soul. One that costs 0 would be cool there. Deck of Chaos. Let's go. Hand of Gul'dan. Having Hand of Gul'dan that costs 0 would be good. Twisting Nether. Although, couldn't play those in the same turn. Hysteria. Okay. So there's some stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know if that stuff is important enough. I guess you could maybe throw this in a zoo deck to try to get Hand of Gul'dans for free, but you'd have to cast them. You don't want to cast those. You want to somehow get those to play for free when you discard, right? And plus, you don't want to play 3 mana 1/3s in a zoo deck. So I don't know where that goes. Soul Rend, 4 mana. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each killed. All right, so here we go. Destroy my deck. And control the game. To get to my... What is his name? Niru. I mean, it enables that, so... 3 mana, 3/3, Lifesteal. Battle Cry. If your deck contains 10 or fewer cards, deals 6 damage to a minion. And the Lifesteal would... So you'd heal for 6 if you get to that 10 or fewer cards. So this would help you get to the now my deck is empty thing. I feel like what we need, though, for this archetype to really work is I need this to happen and then to be able to put cards back in my deck. We do have that 5 mana thing, right? Envoy Rustwick. Death Rattle, shuffle 3 random prime legendary minions into my deck. That's a thing. That's kind of the only thing. But that is a thing. So there's that. Interesting. Imp Swarm. So 1/3/2, 2/3/2s, 3/3/2s. Do I care about 3/3/2s on turn 10? No, I don't. All right. We got Warrior, and then it's neutral time. 4 mana, 2/6. Whirling, Combatant, Battlecry, and Frenzy deal 1 damage to all other minions. So Battlecry deal 1 damage, so Whirlwind. Then, once this takes damage, do that again. It seems like that would definitely enable a lot of Warrior-style things, right? Drawing the cards and the clearing the boards and all the stuff, so that seems solid. 5 mana, 4/5, Stonemaul Anchorman. He's a pirate. Rush, Frenzy, draw a card. Okay, I mean, hell yeah. Because a 5 mana 4/5 with a rush is kind of okay. The fact that I can potentially draw a card with it most of the time I can enable a scenario where I draw a card. That seems really solid. 2 mana bulk up. Oh yeah, and also there's still some menagerie style things with Warrior, I guess. Bulk up. Give a random taunt minion in your hand +1/+1 and copy it. I'm guessing the copy happens after the +1, the way it's worded. Doubtful, but maybe. Outsider's Axe or Outrider's Axe. 4 mana 3/3. If your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. So potentially you can draw 3 cards. Probably not all the time, but I don't know. I mean, you could probably knock health down and stuff with other things. 4 mana, deal 9 and draw 3 cards is absolutely incredible. So it just depends on how often this type of thing is happening. Are people playing lots and lots of small minions and I'm just constantly clearing them and stuff and drawing cards? Hell yeah, let's go. It definitely has a lot of... This is a huge upside potentially here. Rancor, 4 mana, deal 2 damage to all minions, gain 2 armor for each destroyed. Okay, so I like the fact that in Warrior we've lost some things and gained some things that are control oriented because, you know, if I had to play around the same bullshit forever with Warrior, I wish they got rid of Brawl though. Let's be real. Why is Brawl still here? You know what I mean? What the hell? What the hell, Blizzard? It's time. But you know, Warrior's always going to need this stuff. In Wild, it's just like there's just so many things they can do now. But, I mean, this is obviously very good if you're doing a control-style deck. Deal 2 damage to all minions, gain 2 armor for each destroyed. It's like, if I'm a control warrior, I don't care about Consecrate, like, going face. I do care about gaining health when I Consecrate. Conditioning, rank 1. Give minions in your hand +1/+1. +2/+2, +3/+3 when you get to 10 mana. Oh my god, I love the artwork. Look at this. Starting off barely able to do a push-up, then they're doing a push-up with a finger, and then one armed with a troll on their back. Wow. I mean, here's the thing. Are you going to hold a whole bunch of minions in your hand until you get to 10? And then you're going to buff the hell out of all of them? Maybe. If you can make a deck that does that, that's very cool. I can't imagine that deck in my head right now. We'll see. Overlord Sourfang. 7 mana, 5/4. Battlecry, resurrect 2 frenzy minions. Deal 1 to all other minions. Whoa! So res 2 frenzy minions and then activate their frenzy? Okay. What frenzy minions are like good enough for this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. So we got the draw card, we got the deal 1 damage. What about in standard or neutral, I mean? Deal 3 to the enemy hero, gain divine shield. Blade Master Sumaro or Samuro. I mean, there's maybe some stuff here. It's very cool though. Resing 2 things and then activating their frenzies. I see a lot of potential here. Rokara, 3 mana, 2/3 with rush. After a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/+1. You're probably gonna have to have stuff on the board to make this happen. There is athletic studies. Is that what it's called? Athletic studies. Yeah, athletic studies to discover rush minions and make your next ones cost 1 less. So I mean, you could kind of you'll find this with that sometimes. Do some cool stuff maybe. Not that exciting. Warsong Envoy. This is the other frenzy card. Gain +1 attack for each damaged character. Would this minion count as a friendly minion? If a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/+1. It doesn't say another. It just says friendly minion. So I guess this would count itself. It would have to say another, right? Generally in card games, it has to say another for that to be a thing. Give me one sec, guys. So, I mean, if you can play a 3-mana 2/3 and attack something that doesn't kill it, and then this becomes a 3/4 minus whatever health it's taken, or whatever damage it's taken. You know, I don't know. It just seems like you're not going to build a deck around something like this, you know what I mean? But it might make a deck that you already have somewhat better. It might have a spot. 1 mana, Frenzy, gain +1 attack for each each damaged character. So the problem with this card is you have to play it and then you have to damage it. I don't know, man. It's a 1 mana 1/3 though, so it's like it's not terrible. I can't really tell if this is actually going to be a good thing or not, though. Seems iffy. The Morshan Elite, 5 mana 4/4 taunt battle cry. If your hero attack this turn, summon a copy of this. I mean, that seems really good. 5 mana for double 4/4 taunts. All I have to do is attack with a weapon, and we've got a new 4 mana weapon. And we still have Reaper Scythe. Doesn't seem to, we are losing like the Bomb Warrior stuff though, which was one of the main ways that warriors would attack. But because we've got the Outrider's Axe and the Reaper Scythe, I think this definitely sees play. All right, neutral card time. A lot of these are probably going to be absolute crap, and I'm just going to skip right on over them. FYI, because that's generally how that happens. Farwatch Post. There's a lot of these posts. So 2 mana 2/4 can't attack. After your opponent draws a card, it costs 1 more. Up to 10. So you can't make something cost 11. Nah. Lushwater Scout. Murloc. After you summon a Murloc, give it +1 attack and rush. Yeah. In that Shaman deck, I like it. Oasis Thrasher. 2 mana 2/3 Frenzy. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. It's a beast. If I'm playing an aggro deck, I like it in an aggro deck. Dealing 3 to the enemy hero and also not really having like a stat reduction, right? You think about like things like the Leper Gnome being a 1/1, although they changed that, although it's in wild now. But in the standard, if you're looking for aggro stuff, this could be a thing. 2 mana 1/3 Talented Arcanist. Battlecry. Your next spell this turn has spell damage +2. +2 for 1 spell. It's a very cool design for spell damage. And I could definitely see it being useful. But I don't know if I'm building a deck around being able to only do 1 spell with spell damage +2. I do think I could use this in Arena quite a bit, though. 3 mana 2/4. Your Death Rattle cards cost 1 less. I'd have to play probably at least 2 Death Rattle minions or cards before I'd feel happy about that. But if I'm playing a Death Rattle deck, this is a tool. 3 mana 4/3. After a friendly secret is revealed, gain +2/+2. Oh my! Is this gonna make wild secret mages even more annoying? I mean, the thing is, you have to just put it on the board as a 3 mana 4/3. The secrets don't go off on your turn, so I don't know if it goes in there, but I'll test it and find out. Definitely could. I mean, it's aggressive, and that's what I want to be when I'm playing Secret Mage. I want to be hitting your face. 3 mana 2/4 Taunt Death Rattle. Restore 4 health to your hero. Super good anti-aggro tech there. 3 mana 3/2 Hog Rancher, Battlecry, summon a 2/1 Hog with Rush. I mean, the fact that the 2/1 Hog gets Rush, really good arena card. 3 mana, 4/3. Battlecry, give your weapon +1 attack. Pirates. Pirate decks. Maybe. Venomous Scorpion. Poisonous. Battlecry, discover a spell. This is another good arena card. Listening to your new stream. I like the... Oh, you mean the podcast? Thanks, man. Yeah, that was really fun. I put a lot of work into that. 3 mana, 3/4. Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. That's very cool. That's very cool. 4 mana, 3/3. Frenzy, summon another Gruntled Patron. Hello, patrons. Let's go. You can only get one more patron, but it comes out as another guy who's got Frenzy, right? So then you Frenzy that guy, and then you Frenzy the next guy, and... Penflinger stuff? Anybody? This should bring it up. Is Nightbot not in my thing? Hold on. Nightbot. Frenzy's the new thing. It's not in Rage. Yeah, it's new. All right, here we go. For anybody who's wondering, that's the new podcast. All right. Taraho Brave. Butchered that. 6 mana, 4/8. Frenzy, destroy a random enemy minion. I mean, that seems really good. 4 mana, 5/10. Injured Marauder, taunt. Battlecry, deals 6 damage to this minion. All right, here we go. More stuff that I can bring back later without the damage. Nothing really exciting about it, though. 4 mana, 5/5. Battlecry, discover a card in your opponent's deck. They draw theirs as well. I mean, these are kind of fun, but, you know. I mean, I get a 5/5. You don't. We both get a card. Now I know what I know the card you have. You know the card I have. We now have some information. That's interesting. 5 mana, 1/1. Summon a Death Rattle. Summon a 5/8 Demon Spawn with taunt. These just all feel like arena cards to me. You know what I mean? 5 mana, 3/7. Taunt. Frenzy, gain armor equal to the damage taken. Yeah, it's like, I'm not putting this in my regular deck. 4 mana, 5/7. Deal 5 damage to your hero. Okay. Again, it's like, I'm not trying to cheat this out for a 5/7. Toad of the Wilds. Taunt. Battlecry. If you're holding a nature spell, gain +2 health. So potentially a 2 mana, 2/4. I could see playing this in Druid. Like a token Druid thing. A 2 mana, 2/4 with taunt. Where I tend to be holding nature spells. 2 mana, 2/4. Heckle Fang Hyena. Battlecry, deal 3 damage to your hero. Okay. Flame Imp style thing. I don't know if the stats are worth, but I mean, look, if you're trying to deal damage to yourself, though, like if you're playing the health back and forth zoo deck or whatever, maybe that's there. That's a thing. Lush Water Mercenary. 2 mana, 3/2 Murloc. If you control a Murloc, gain +1/+1. Yeah, okay. That's good. 2 mana, 4/3, especially when I got that 1 mana. So in the Shaman deck, that seems really good. 1 mana, 1/2 Elemental. Battlecry, the next elemental you play costs 1 less. Yeah, sure. It's not this turn either, so you just play this and then you just get the discount next turn. So I can play a 3-cost elemental on 2. Kargal Battlescar, 7 mana 5/5. Battlecry, summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you summon this game. So the watch posts are all things that can't attack but do something. And I guess, you know, fuck it, we'll play a watch post deck and try to do this thing. Fill the board with 5/5s. That seems kind of fun. Elemental Shaman going to be a thing? Maybe. I think Murloc Shaman's more likely, but okay, here's a watch post. 4 mana 4/6, can't attack whenever your opponent casts a spell. Give your minions +1/+1. I'm going to have other minions on the board, but in my watch post deck, I'm playing it. The Morshan watch post, can't attack after your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 grunt. This seems better. It seems better than the other one. Causing my opponent to not be able to play minions, they have to kill this before they can do that. Seems possibly decent. Barrens Blacksmith, Frenzy, give your other minions +2/+2. 5 mana 3/5. And then it doesn't have rush, so you have to damage it some other way. Probably bad. 3 mana 3/4, Horde Operative, copy your opponent's secrets and put them into play. I mean, this is like, you're only playing this if somehow Secret Paladin just takes over the meta, right? If you're playing in Wild, you'd probably still rather have Eater of Secrets than this against like a mage. So, yeah. Fun, though. Primordial Protector, Battlecry, 8 mana 6/6. Draw your highest cost spell. Summon a random minion with the same. Okay, now we're talking. Draw your highest cost spell. Summon a random minion with the same cost. Let's fucking go, dude. This Spiteful Summoner on steroids, right? Because I draw the spell, so I get it. I now have it. And I put the random minion in, and I put the minion in play, and I put the 6/6 in play. Yeah, I like this. Let's go. I'm going to build a deck around this. I get so frustrated when I draw all my fucking high cost spells. Oh, it's a new Kazakis. Kazakis the Golem Shaper. 4 mana 3/3. If your deck has no 4-cost cards, build a custom Golem. Okay, so we got a 1-cost, a 5-cost, and a 10-cost. And then I'm guessing we add battle cries to them. I need more information. All right. Yeah, so we can add things like Rush, Taunt, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Stealth, or Poisonous. And then with our second pick, we can do things like Battle Cry, buff your minions, Battle Cry, summon a copy, Battle Cry, freeze, Battle Cry, deal 3 to minion, Battle Cry, spell damage, Battle Cry, draw cards. Okay, so first you put a keyword onto it, and then you put a Battle Cry onto it. Or spell damage. All right, let's go. Dude, by the way, I don't have to build a Highlander deck. I just have to not have other 4-cost cards. There's plenty of decks where I've built where I'm like what am I even putting in the 4 slot? So that seems like a much easier hurdle to overcome. Spirit Healer. After you cast a holy spell, give a random friendly minion +2 health. Probably no. 5 mana 5/6. Frenzy. Attack a random enemy. No. Manric. Manric is a big yes. 3 mana 3/4. Help Manric find his wife. She was last seen somewhere in the deck. Basically what happens is after you play him, this card goes into your deck, Olgra Manric's wife. When that card is drawn, a 3/10 Manric pops out and instantly attacks the enemy hero. And then you have a 3/10, and you dealt 3 damage to the opponent. A Peon, 2 mana, 2/3, add a random frenzy, add a random spell from your class to your hand. Arena card. A lot of legendaries that are 4 mana. But I mean, are they all like necessary all the time? We'll see. There's probably going to be plenty of decks where not having a 4-drop is going to be totally fine. 4 mana, 1/6, rush, frenzy, deal damage equal to... Okay, so we saw this card in the reveal stream. The fact that it has rush is pretty important because you can instantly attack something, but there's definitely other stuff you can do with it. If you can get this buffed, it seems really, really strong. AJ Nazzaro. He's my favorite artist on the team, by the way. Angry Chicken fan. Shadowhunter Vol'jin. This card has been around for a little while. And that's it. We did it. Forged in the Barrens. That's the entire set. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. And this will be out, what is it, the 28th? Tuesday? The 30th? 28th is Sunday. Why did I think that was, yeah. Is it the 30th this comes out? All right. Anyway. Seems like a lot of fun cards. Doesn't seem like we're breaking anything, but we're also rotating stuff. So it's kind of the way you want the initial set to be when you're when you're talking first expansion of a new Hearthstone year. And there's definitely a lot of things that are going to be like fun tools to play around with. So I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be a really good set. And, I look forward to streaming a bunch of Hearthstone again because I have not played a lot of Hearthstone in the last month. Probably the least amount of Hearthstone I've ever played since the game came out. And yet I still have way more gold than I had in any previous expansion on all 3 of my accounts, to be honest. So everybody being mad about that tavern pass. I mean, maybe that was premature, or maybe because of your bitching and moaning, we fixed everything. So I don't know. Very cool. Anyway, this is all going to be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/WillyDills. If you are watching there, like and subscribe or something. What is up, you guys? Like and subscribe this. I don't really give a shit if you do or not. But if you want to see this kind of stuff when new expansions come out, I'm going to be doing this kind of thing every time. You can check out twitch.tv/WillyDills where I'll be streaming Hearthstone. See you later.